Hi everyone, welcome back again to Microsoft APAC Partner TechPowerUp event. This time our event is all about Power Platform and how everyone can use Power Platform to build agile business processes with less code and more power. My name is Wing Wing. I'm a partner technology strategist at Microsoft, currently taking care of technology strategy for our local partner ecosystem. It's an honor for me to be here today in this Microsoft APAC TechPowerUp event to share with you guys how Power Platform and Microsoft Teams can go so well together to make your daily work so much more efficient and productive. Before anything else, I believe many of you here are very familiar with Microsoft Teams. Many of you might also be using Teams for orchestrating your work, managing your calendar, doing video conference with people inside and outside your company, sharing documents across departments, or even streaming a live event to thousands of people like what I'm doing right now, so on and so forth. There's so much that Teams is capable of that it virtually becomes everyone's universal app when it comes to communication and collaboration. There is one capability that I think differentiates Teams, which is the fact that you can build your own apps within Teams itself, an app within an app, like Inception. Sounds interesting, right? Teams is not just a piece of software with a fixed set of functionalities. It is actually a platform that you can easily extend based on your personal and organizational needs. There is one fact. You might have already used apps within Teams without knowing it. For example, if you ever loaded a PowerPoint file that your coworker sent to you within Teams itself, you actually use the pre-built PowerPoint app embedded in Teams already. We have thousands of ready-made solutions like that in Teams App Store, which you can find and install with one single click. But let's imagine sometimes it's just there's not an out-of-the-box app that fits your unique need. And that's when Power Platform kicks in. You can just create that app yourself for your own need, like a developer using Power Platform, and have that app embedded right within Teams, your go-to app every day. Interested yet? Okay, so now let's have a look at what I have in my agenda for you guys today. First and most importantly, let's explore the need for being able to quickly build agile business processes during this critical time where the world is changing so rapidly that digital transformation is no longer optional. Then we'll have a look at Microsoft Dataverse for Teams. And if you're not familiar with Dataverse yet, it is the new name for Common Data Service that powers Dynamics 365. Third, together we'll see how Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agents can go so well with Microsoft Teams to allow you, the citizen developer, to create and deploy apps quickly with just a few clicks. I will also have a demo showing how your HR department can use Power Apps to connect everyone in your organization together. Fourth, I'll showcase to you some templates that are already included in Teams so you can easily have a good starting point without having to do anything from scratch. And finally, after finding out about the beauty of the combination between Power Platform and Teams, I'll share with you some simple steps to get started so you can get your hands dirty right away. All right, so as you can see in the slide, transformation is no longer optional. There is one thing that we can be certain about. The pandemic has completely transformed the way we work. I'm pretty sure that every one of us must be impacted by COVID-19 in one way or another. I used to rely on in-person meetings to build trusted relationships with my coworker and customers. And now I'm doing so from my room remotely. Demands for new ways of work like this are arising so fast that it forces every organization and every employee within it to change and to adapt. And like at the heart of this digital transformation, business resilience, I think, is now more important than ever. There is one fact, although many of us deeply understand the why part of digital transformation, we are stuck on the how. Yes, I agree we should do something, but how? There's always a big how, right? So the good news is that intelligent technologies like machine learning, big data, analytics, and cloud computing can help. With the aid of technology, organizations can become more agile and respond quickly to trends. And the best news is that you are not alone in this journey. Low-code technologies like Power Platform makes it so easy to create apps that address new challenges brought by the pandemic. Want to automate a routine task? We have Power Automate. Want to do image recognition without machine learning knowledge? We have that already made for you. You just need to drag it into your app. And just because of that ease, you don't have to invest too much on technologies and at the same time have more time and resources to do your business. And I believe with the rise of new technologies, the way we work will never ever be the same again, even after the pandemic has gone. Okay, now so let's look at the combination. Microsoft Teams at the heart and Power Platform spinning around. Here is Power Apps to help you easily build apps without much programming knowledge. If you can do a PowerPoint slide and an Excel spreadsheet, probably you can also do an app. Here is Power Automate to automate routine processes to boost productivity and get more things done automatically. This is Power Virtual Agents to help you create chatbots without any coding required so you can better engage conversationally with your colleagues and customers. Here is Power BI to create dashboards so you can have insights into business performance and make better data-driven decisions. And last but not least, Microsoft Teams at the core to connect everything that I just mentioned before together into one single hub, which is the same hub that people use to collaborate every day. The concept is as easy as that. With this combination, now you can analyze data, build solutions, automate processes, and create chatbots right within Teams. Amazing, right? Okay, so here is some factual data to help you better understand how the two platforms going together can bring about values that we never imagined. Microsoft Teams is one of the best platforms for teamwork. Up to date, it has over 500 million, 75 million daily active users. And surprisingly, millions of them participate in calls and meetings every single day, which generated more than 4 billion meeting minutes. The numbers are impressive, right? But let's just imagine the volume of information that is ingested through Teams. I could never imagine how many innovative ideas were put forward, how many important business decisions were made, how many deals were closed just via one single app, Teams. And I believe the impact of those business discussions must be even more impressive. Power Platform, on the other hand, is used by almost all of the Fortune 500 companies to accelerate internal app development and empower the employees to build custom line of business solutions. And now, Power Apps within Teams provide an integrated experience for app makers to create apps and workflows within Teams and quickly publish and share them for anyone on the team to use without having to switch between different platforms, right? So We have customers all over the world that succeeded in transforming their business with Teams and Power Platform integrated together. Telstra is one of the names that we can mention here. Telstra is the largest telecommunications company in Australia. And if you recall the bushfire in Australia in early 2020 causing power outage in many places, there is one thing you might not know yet. Telstra first-line workers at that time had to work under challenging conditions to restore communications. And Telstra decided to use Teams to build an app called Technician Plus with about 77 business workflows so that their first-line workers could access everything they needed to serve a customer in one single place, which is Teams. Before that, they had to go through different systems and applications to find the data and tools they needed to work. Now they use Power BI dashboards to make decisions. They use Power Apps to coordinate their workers' effort. And many of the jobs that require manual processing are now automated behind the scenes. It can be said that the good adoption of low-code technology has significantly transformed Telstra and gives the power back to the hands of the first-line worker who directly serve their customers. Apart from Telstra, we also have other success stories like PayPal, Northwell Health, American Red Cross, all of which succeeded in transforming their business by Teams and Power Platform. So guys, we just started with how excitingly the combination of Teams and Power Platform is being adopted. Let's dive a little deeper into the technical details and find out about how you, the citizen developer, can leverage this technology to digitalize your own work. Okay, so let's get started by having a look at the architecture diagram being shown here. At the top of the diagram is Microsoft Teams platform itself. It is the hub for teamwork and collaboration, providing the user interfaces for users to interact with. Then at the second layer, you have four major components: Power Apps, Power Virtual Agent, Power BI, Power Automate. When you take Power BI, Power Apps, and Power Automate together, you can draw meaningful data insights, convert insights into action, and automate your organizational processes. Those tools are incredibly powerful in their own right, ergo the Power Platform. But when you bring them into Teams, something magical happens. Guess what? Your workflows can be accomplished in chat. Your data insights are right in front of you where they make sense. And everyone can easily find and use the custom applications that you are building. This is a huge part of the reason why we consider Teams to be your hub for teamwork. At the third layer, you see Microsoft Dataverse for Teams. Again, as I said earlier, Common Data Service, the secure backbone that powers Dynamics 365, has been renamed to Microsoft Dataverse. And just in case you are not yet familiar with Dataverse, or if you're afraid that as a salesperson, an accountant, or a business analyst, you never have that technical expertise to deal with a real database. Good news is that Dataverse for Teams is as simple as doing an Excel spreadsheet. There are rows and columns for you to manage and process information, and everything is presented in a super user-friendly user interface. All right, so let's dig a little deeper into Microsoft Dataverse for Teams. First of all, to remember, it is a low-code data platform and is the core of everything to build your app upon. Microsoft Dataverse for Teams, you can think of it as the essential subset of Dataverse capabilities, not complete but powerful enough, included as a built-in data platform for Teams user. at no additional cost. It is right there, right in the Teams app that you use every day, free of charge. Okay, with the introduction of this capability, Teams app now has a native data platform providing storage and rich data types with enterprise-grade capabilities. And one of the most important features for enterprise customers is that it can easily be governed by IT to help your tenants stay secure and compliant all the time. Now we all know that the backbone of every Power Apps built on Teams is Microsoft Dataverse. So question here, how can I start to build an app, or how can I use the app that somebody in my team already created? If you are a Teams user, you can easily find and install custom solutions in our Team App Store, which you can find here by clicking the three dots on the bar on the left. Open the store, find the app that you need and install it, just like you install an app in your cell phone. As simple as what you're seeing in the animation here. If you are an app maker, you would like to make an app for yourself or your team. Good news is you can now easily develop that app right within Teams using Power App Studio experience. And after that, you can just share your solutions where your team can look for. I will demonstrate this a little bit later, but trust me, it's simple. Okay, I believe to this point, you guys understand how fantastic this combination can be, right? However, when it comes to enterprise environment, there is a critical need for everything to be properly managed and governed. If everyone can freely create an app they want, if anyone can make any change they want, isn't it a potential risk? An organization data is the most valuable asset. Let's say once a bad actor has compromised a user identity, they can log into the device as you and they have the device. Then they can log into your apps as you and then they manipulate the ability to use Power Platform. Isn't it a potential risk? Good news is Teams is part of the Microsoft 365 ecosystem, and it inherits the built-in security and governance capabilities that Microsoft 365 has. There are four main points that we can summarize this. One, Dataverse for Teams is enterprise grade and is designed to work so well within Teams. Two, it aligns with the core roles identified in that environment, namely owners, members, and guests. Three, access to the environment is restricted just to the team owners, members, and guests only. And fourth, it also comes with the ability to assign different security roles to team owners and members. And I think with this building security and governance features, everything can be comprehensively managed from an enterprise administration perspective. And I hope with this, you can have more confidence to adopt this technology. It's time to show some demos so you can get an idea of how Teams and Power Platform go together in reality. First thing, I will show you guys how we can start building a low-code Power App using Microsoft Dataverse for Teams tables. The name is pretty lengthy, right? But the good thing is you don't have to navigate to any other system to do the app. You have an embedded App Studio with an editable grid to build data models right there in Teams. So let's see this in reality. As you can see here, this is my team interface. On the left-hand side at the bottom, there are three dots. That's where you can find the Teams App Store. Let's click that and then click More Apps. If you haven't seen this page yet, it's not too late to do some discovery. This is where you can find thousands of applications that are available for you to install. Now let's find Power Apps, and here it is. click on that, click Add, and you can see this landing page. At the lower part, you can see we already have a lot of templates here, so you do not have to do things from scratch. I'll be talking about these templates a little bit later. Now let's go here and click Create an App. You are asked to select a theme to create the app to. Let me select this theme, 2021 APAC TechPowerUp, and then click Create down here. Now the setup is done. You can give your app a name. Let's name it Recruitment Campaign App. Let's say your company has a mass recruitment campaign and you would like to have a place to track candidates' information and application status. So let's make an app for that. It takes a while to save. And right after this, as you can see, this is the same App Studio experience embedded right within Teams. This means from now on, you can create your app in Teams, edit your app in Teams, and share your app in Teams, and never have to leave Teams for making app purpose. So here I would like to emphasize two things. First, Dataverse for Teams. It is right there on the left. If you recall the developer experience when you create an app in Microsoft Power Apps website, this is a little bit different. In here, you can see that the natively provided Microsoft Dataverse for Teams is right there. Let's click Create New Table and give the table a name. Let's say Candidate. This is a user experience for Dataverse. Let me just add some columns and rows and add some data here so we have something to show. Let's say this is a table where you store information about your candidate in the recruitment campaign. Now you have kind of a database for your app. There's something magical here. Power Apps by default will populate the data into a gallery like this in the Canvas app with all the CRUD functionalities. So you can start from. You can change it, but I'm pretty much happy with this now. So let's preview the app. As you can see, the data here in this list is actually taken from our Dataverse table. You can even add a new candidate with this form here, and every piece of information here will be persisted right back into Dataverse for long-time data storage. Once you are happy with all the functionalities of your app, you can publish your apps into Teams. Okay, so let's click the Publish to Teams button here. It asks to select a channel to publish the app. Let me select the channel named General and click here to close. Now let's get to the channel and see how the app I just created looks like there. Okay, so the app is presented here as a tab. Let's click on the tab called Recruitment Campaign App. As you can see here now, I have a very simple app to manage a list of candidates that applied for a job in our recruitment campaign. This is just a very simple example to give you an end-to-end idea of how a Power Apps on Team look like. The journey is pretty straightforward, right? With Power Virtual Agents, the experience is pretty much the same. Let's say the HR department wants to free up their time from answering trivial questions that publicly available to all employees, and they want to create a chatbot that answers frequently asked questions right within Teams. They can just do so with Power Virtual Agents, and the experience for constructing conversations is pretty much the same as you can see here on the animation. Okay, guys, so now we just had a look at how we can get through an end-to-end Power Platform experience right within Teams. To make this a little boring, we had already made some more apps to showcase, and all of the apps are about HR processes. Do you wonder why we picked HR to do this demo? Because HR is all about human resource orchestration, and Teams is a place where all the human resources are. So coincident, right? Human resource includes recruitment, selection, training, evaluation, remuneration, administration, employee relations, benefits, etc., etc., and many steps in those processes includes the presence of an employee who at the same time is using Microsoft Teams. So let's imagine all the HR experiences are now incorporated into Teams, powered by the ease and the efficiency of Power Platform and backed by the security and governance capabilities of Microsoft 365. What do you think? For processes like onboarding new employee, taking leaves, recognition and awards, payroll, employee information update, etc., we can create Power Apps so the employees can self-serve right in Teams. For processes like multi-level approval, notification of company updates, etc., we can use Power Automate to get them done automatically. And just like I showed in the previous slide, you can create an intelligent conversational bot for FAQ. Okay, so the first app I will be showing is a simple app for all employees to request for leaves. Let me just open my team and get to the general channel. Then there's a little plus here. I click to create a new tab. I select Power Apps as the app that I want to add is built on Power Platform. As you can see here, there are a lot of apps that are already shared with me, and I can just pick any of them to install. Let me search for an app called Vacation. As soon as I select the app, there's a new tab added to the general channel. It takes a while for the app to load for the first time. So this is the Vacation app. You see, I have some annual leaves, some sick leaves, and some days for volunteering. At the lower part, you can also see a list of past entries of my leaves in the past. If I want to take a day off now, I can submit a request and by clicking the plus button here. And as soon as I submit my request, an email will be triggered and sent to my manager for approval. Pretty simple, right? Okay, so let's switch to the second app. The second app that I want to show you guys is an HR chatbot. Let's say the HR department now has a chatbot that answers commonly asked questions so that they can save their time to take care of the employees better. We can install that chatbot by searching for it directly from the Teams App Store. I already installed a chatbot that I want to converse with. In this case, it's called HR Support Chatbot. Okay, so we have added many topics and conversation flows, and we can just try the chatbot right away here. Let's say I'm an employee and I'm not very sure about public holidays in my country. So let's ask it. I want to know about time off. And it comes back saying, yeah, I can help with that. Do you want to know about paid vacations or national holidays? So I choose national holidays. And then the chatbot pops up a list of all the national holidays in the year. This data should have been fed to the chatbot previously by the HR team, probably because they are also fed up with so many people asking for this trivial information. I am happy with the answer right now, so I select yes, it answered my question, and then I give a 5-star feedback. Okay, so that's it. The two examples are not complicated at all, right? However, the best thing about this is that it incorporates our HR processes into Teams. Normally, people have to write an email or have to go to another system to make the leave request, and they have to consume other people's time for trivial questions. Now they can self-serve without having to ever to switch to any other system. Right. So we just observe the Power Platform experience within Team, especially with HR scenario. we can pretty much come to the conclusion that when you pull Power Platform to Teams, we can see that Teams is truly a platform to build your business upon. There are three main benefits of the solution. First and foremost, it's super simple for anyone to build something. The low-code experience is now natively provided right within Teams, and we have lots of solution templates to start with. Second, it's simplest to deploy. Actually, with just a few clicks, you can make your app available to Teams App Store. It's also very simple for partners to package your solution and deploy for your customer tenants. Third point, it's super easy for IT administrators to manage with clear governance and licensing model. As an admin, you can now have a holistic view of on the usage telemetries, like who created what apps, how the apps are being adopted, and what kind of data is being utilized. So again, guys, three key benefits to remember for the solution: simple to build, simple to deploy, and simple to manage. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, sample apps that were created by using Power Apps are available in the Team App Store. You can select the sample app that best fits your business requirement and quickly install it to get started. These sample apps can consist of multiple components such as apps, flows, Dataverse tables. The benefit of the app templates are very obvious, right? They are pre-built for the specific purpose, and they are designed to run seamlessly in Teams. And the best thing about that is it is easily discoverable in the Teams App Store. You don't have to go to a link. You don't have to remember a link to download, or don't have to manually install anything. So far, Microsoft has published a lot of templates already. They include employee ideas, inspection, issue reporting, bulletins, and milestones. For now, I will introduce to you employee ideas and inspection app templates. The first template, employee ideas. Employee ideas app can be used to enable team members to quickly generate and organize ideas by campaigns. You can set up and manage an idea campaign, and you can submit ideas for a campaign. And you can also review leaderboards of ideas. You can vote for and share prioritized ideas. This is an app to help team managers to encourage everyone to contribute. If you're working in a team, probably you should try it right away. The second app is inspection. The inspection solution for Microsoft Teams is a general inspection app that can be used to inspect anything from a location such as a retail store or a manufacturing plant to assets and equipment such as vehicles and machines. There are actually two apps in this solution for managers to view insights about inspections and issue resolutions, and another one is for first-line workers to do their inspection job. For example, a store employee can use this app to inspect a section of a retail store to verify that the store is ready to open for the day. So if your business has first-line workers who directly go to the field and serve customers, this app is also definitely a must. Okay, so up until now, I believe we already have a solid foundation of the Power Platform for Team solution. To make it easier for you to create your first app with confidence, I will show you some steps to get started. You can check out 3 steps of building your first app and get some hands-on experience. Then check out the blog under the title, A Closer Look to Data Platform Capabilities to fully understand Microsoft Dataverse for Teams, for technical resources, and how to secure and govern your apps with ease and flexibility. You can just check out the Microsoft documentation, which is regularly updated as new features and capabilities are released. Okay, guys, so we have gone through the whole presentation. So at the end of the day, what does that mean for your business or your customer's business? This Microsoft Teams and Power Platform going together thing. In a word, it means that Teams can help you transform workplace collaboration by bringing everything together into a shared place where you can chat, you can meet, you can create, and you can make decisions as a team. Since Teams is truly a platform, you can always plug in apps and services you already use and even integrate your existing tailor-made solutions into Teams. And just so you get more things done automatically without ever having to leave Teams. This allows you to create apps, automate organizational processes, and most importantly, I think, to foster a data-driven culture. And remember, all of this comes with the enterprise-graded security of Microsoft 365. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. Finally, thank you for joining us at Microsoft APAC Partner TechPowerUp event. There are a lot more that Power Platform is capable of waiting for you guys to explore. So please do not miss the other sections. My name is Wing Wing. I'm from Microsoft. Goodbye and stay safe, everyone. Thank you.